Right, day 4 of Why Am I Single? We are going to talk about clarifying relationship goals. This is a big one. We have to get better about letting the other person know what we actually want. It's easy to get caught up in the excitement of just meeting somebody cool. And I remember I met somebody and I said, they were talking about different things. It was just a random, we met at a bar, we were both having happy hour, and they were talking about all these things they wanted in a relationship, and they were talking about qualities that they really liked. And then I said, so are you looking for a relationship, or are you just having fun, thinking about what you're looking for? And he stops and goes, oh yeah, no, I'm casual, I'm fine. So suddenly he retreats back from making a big deal about all the things that he wants and that he's finding. And then when the question is actually asked, he was like, oh, no. And I was like, okay, so this is what we do is we put out this signal of, okay, I'm good, I'm fine, I'm happy, I'm totally content. And but if I ever did want something, this is what I would want. Well, that is missing the boat. You are missing out, because if you aren't clear what your relationship goals are, then neither is the other person. And if you aren't sticking firm to what it is that you desire, you will not get it. It's the ziggy zaggy path to dating that doesn't work. So, in order to get out of being single forever in your mind, you need to start thinking about, what is that going to look like? What are your relationship goals? What do you actually want? What kind of a relationship do you desire? What are you thinking about? Do you want a long-term monogamous relationship? Do you want an open relationship? Do you want to just stick with casual dating? Are you just looking for a hookup? Are you looking to focus on building a strong friend foundation before you actually go on a date? You need to know what your goals are, because that's the only way that you can convey them to a potential match, but also the only way for your potential match to know if you're somebody worth spending time with. As much as you have all these great qualities, it's about timing. You have to be ready to show up in the dating mode. And the other part is that if you're so casual, it feels like you're always in shopping mode for your next person. And if you're always so out there looking for your other options, you could miss out on somebody really great because you were so not clear about what you wanted. So take some time. Think about your relationship goals. What is it that you actually want? What is it that you actually desire? And if you could find your person, would you want to be with them? That's a pretty big question, because a lot of people turn those people away. I can tell you, I have matched so many great people, and the ball gets dropped quickly in the courtship process when the other one has just suddenly decided, yeah, I just want to be casual dating. And then they'll often circle back to me later. Oh, is that person still single? I just had this going on. And it's like, okay, if you're giving all these weird signals, it's just not attractive, and it will keep you single. It's a pretty guaranteed way to get validation, the other person showing an interest, but it's a very quick way to lose their interest because they don't know what path you're going on. Where is this taking you? So make a point to stop and pause and think about, what are your relationship goals? So when you meet somebody, you're able to actually tell them where you're at. I have a wonderful gal that had been in my agency for a while, and she went out with this great gentleman, and she was telling me about their early dating. We caught up, months after they'd gotten together. And she said that by that very second date, he said, he kind of talked a little bit on the first day, but by the second date, he just said, hey, I'm looking for someone to get married to. I'm looking to have somebody to have this type of relationship with. I am looking for these things. And she was just so thrown off, because that usually doesn't come up until later in dating. And he said, you know what? I've had enough first dates. I don't want to keep doing this. I want to be with somebody that I'm building a future with, and I want to be in this commitment. And she loved it. She was so grateful, because she was feeling the same way. And you know what? They were married, I think it was about a year later, maybe 15 months later. And it was because there was no confusion from the get-go of this relationship. It was very clear that he had laid it out on the table and he said, I'm good. I like you and I enjoy meeting you. But if you're not looking for a long-term relationship in this kind of a lifestyle, then I want to move on. I don't want to start building more connection with you if this isn't going anywhere. And she was so grateful. And I was at their wedding and it was just so beautiful. And I loved how they both were just laying it out there. They weren't letting it hold them back. So if you have relationship goals and you genuinely are looking for your person, make sure the people you are dating actually know this. And if they're not ready and they're not interested, that's okay. Let them go because it's just timing. Maybe they'll circle back and you might still be single, but you will stay in perpetual single land if you don't take a stance on what it is that you actually want. Now, if you are somebody who just loves being single and you like to go out on a date here and there and you like all the independence that, not being in a relationship gives you, then tell the person, say, hey, I'm just looking for other cool people to hang out with. I'm not looking for a relationship. And so I want to wish you the best, or hey, let's keep hanging out. But this is where relationship goals communication really pays off. So, what do you think about that? Do you think if you're a little more clear about what you want, it would help your chances of finding your person? Let me know. Comment, like, and subscribe because we want to keep this conversation going. And tomorrow I will have part 5 of our series for a Why Am I Single conversation.